Hey, welcome to a Friday fireside chat, and we are going to talk some food. We are going to talk some health, and we are going to talk from really not my opinion on the matter, because I am well aware, and it's a totally valid point on your part to say, Clay, listen, the only reason you say that health and that having a food strategy is so important is because you have a new online boot camp that you came out with a few months ago. So you just want me to sign up for that. But really, it has nothing to do with trading. It has nothing to do with any of that. Like I said, I 100% disagree with you, but I do understand why you might throw that at me, because yes, I do technically have an ulterior motive on why I would try to convince you that, yeah, eating well does lead to being healthy, and being healthy does lead to a strong mind. And when you have a strong mind, that does make trading, I'm not going to say guaranteed success, but you're definitely putting yourself in a much better scenario. And that's really the whole idea of this is, yes, I do have the course, but I also don't speak from theory. So on the screen right here, you can see an image of me from a few years ago to me, as of right now. And even if you think that's like photoshopped or something goofy's going on, that's the one unique part about my kind of health journey is it all occurred on YouTube. I mean, I've been on YouTube since I started claytrader.com back in 2013. So literally over like the past 6 years, you can see me go from what I like to call, my wrecking ball days when I was a nice sphere, and you can see the progress over time. And now, this is what you see. So I get it. Yeah, that could be Photoshop. But if you don't believe that, I'd encourage you. I mean, it's going to take you a long, long time to go through all the videos I've done over the years, but you can see the progression. So that is the one kind of unique twist that I think makes me a little bit separate from a lot of people out there is, is that actually what you used to look like, or just watch the videos? My point is this. That is why I believe in health and fitness so much more, because I remember when I was out of shape. Now, am I saying that it's impossible to be a successful trader, that you will never have any success if you're unhealthy and out of shape? I'm not saying that. What I am saying though is that from where I was then to where I am now, I mean, my mental clarity, my mental fortitude, my mental drive, whatever you want to call it, really is a whole lot better. And the more that I learned about the science of the body, I mean, it makes sense when you're out of shape and sluggish, and I mean, that just makes that works its way up to your mind, and your mind is kind of sluggish, and you have brain fog, and you have just a lot of things going on, which again, to be fair, I'm not saying, so therefore you have zero chance at success. My point is, our goal here is to put ourselves in the best possible spot to have success as trading. But let's just put trading aside real quick. Let's just put yourself in the best possible spot to succeed in anywhere in life. Even if it's just succeeding, and I speak very closely to this as a father of 4 kids, I just want to have success. I want to be able to be like, hey, Dad, do you want to go hiking? Yes, absolutely. Hey, Dad, do you want to go throw the football? Yes, absolutely. In fact, I want it to be where like my kids have a hard time keeping up with me, not me saying, no, I don't want to do that because, I walk like 100 yards and I'm out of breath and I'm sweating profusely. Like, that's not what I want to, be. And I don't say that in a self-righteous way. I just say it in a way of, that's why health really does matter. And as far as it to pertain to this channel, yeah, it definitely pertains to the mental edge that you need to have, since trading is such a psychological and mental thing. But it does just matter in other areas of life too. But that's, again, full disclosure, that's just my thoughts as I give them in front of the fire and share them with you. But you may be thinking, Clay, I don't care what you have to say. That's fine. Hopefully you care what a billionaire has to say. Because I stumbled across an article, and there was a part of it that I thought, that's just, yes, I'm truly not misleading people as I sit here and say this, because, I mean, this is not what I'm saying. This is what a billionaire, for those of you Shark Tank fans out there, maybe you've heard of Kevin O'Leary. He's the guy that sits in the middle, and he's kind of the cranky one, but he's my favorite because he just gives it to people the way it is. And my second favorite is probably Cuban, but anyways, he had there was an article out, and the point of the article was not really what I'm going to get at, but it just was kind of a but, so because he makes a but, and then that's where I think the profound stuff happens. However, the overall article is just about how he spends $1,000 a day and how that's required, and he's just got to do all these things. So it's a matter of just kind of what he spends, and then it gets to this part of the article. So the article was titled, though, like I said, Kevin O'Leary. If my phone would cooperate. Kevin O'Leary says he spends $1,000 a day on food. And then the article goes on to say, but, so, it goes to $1,000 a day, and then he gives some, well, you really shouldn't do that when you're just getting started out. I mean, he's a billionaire. And then it says, but one area that he says people should not go cheap on is grocery shopping. Everyone should invest in, think about that word he says, in a billionaire. Invest, not spend money, invest. Invest in buying good quality food no matter how much you make, he says. And then here's the kicker, and this is, think about it, this is what it pertains to trading too. Food is the engine of the body. And what is the engine of your mind? Your body. So you gotta, if you wanna have a good mind, you gotta feed the engine of the body. And what is the engine? And food is the, how you fuel that. You should think about what you're putting into your mouth every day. So that's what a billionaire has to say about just being successful in life. And what I'm arguing is, yeah, that would include trading. And if you are somebody that's like, yeah, I probably could get better, awesome. If this video can just encourage you to take a step in that direction, start to think about the food that you're putting in your bodies, and literally make an investment into the foods that you're putting in, awesome. Now, if you're somebody that's saying, yeah, no, I fully agree with that, but I mean, there's so much health stuff. One person says you can't eat this, one person says you can't eat that, and I get it. I think the health and fitness space is actually more overwhelming than trying to learn how to trade. So if you're somebody that says, you know what, I just want to know what works and I want some proof that it works, then I do offer an online boot camp, maintainthegains.com. I'll put a link down below. We'll put the link up on the screen right now. But that is what I do. That is the process I have done, where I took myself from that before and after through the process, and I map it out. If you've ever taken in my other courses before, then I use all the analogies and stuff. But it's literally a step by step process of what I did. And like I said, the proof is out there on YouTube. If you want, you can start on the first video from like back in 2013, 2014 and watch all the way up now, and you'll see the progress that I've made over time. So how did I do that? What was I eating? What was my strategy? And all that. That is what you'll learn at the boot camp if you're interested. So you can check that out. But if not, that's cool too. The point here is that you really do need to consider what you're putting in your mouth, because that food is the engine of your body, and your body is the engine behind how you feel up here. And how you feel up here needs to be at peak performance in order to best put yourself in the best possible spot to succeed as a trader. So just some things to talk about. But again, I thought that was good. I should probably bring up not what I think about the topic, but what a billionaire thinks about it. So if a billionaire is talking in that sort of way, then it's probably worth listening to. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.